Hi, good day. This is Sir Mark. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to the new episode of our math video tutorial. Are you struggling in math? If your answer is yes, you are in the right channel because this channel has an objective of making you, people on the screen, fall in love with mathematics. So, what are you waiting for? Let's get started. For today's tutorial video, we are going to talk about solving equations transformable to quadratic equations. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to use CRAM method in solving equations and solve equations transformable to quadratic equations. First, let us introduce what a CRAM method is. Letter C stands for clear all fractions by multiplying both sides of the equation in one variable by the least common denominator. So the first step is to clear the fractions and get the LCD, or the least common denominator. Let us have a quick review on how to get the LCD. In different cases, these are the processes. Number 1, if the denominators are constants, check if the bigger number is divisible by the other number. If yes, the bigger number is the LCD. Second, if the bigger number is not divisible by the other number, we just usually multiply the numbers and the product is the LCD. To better understand, let us put it into example. Example, 3/4 plus 7 over 8. As we can notice, the denominators are 4 and 8. And the bigger number is 8. Check if 8 is divisible by 4. Since 8 is divisible by 4, that is already the LCD. The least common denominator of the given fraction is 8. Let us have the second example. 2/5 minus 3 over 7. As we can notice in the denominator, the bigger number is 7. And 7 is not divisible by 5. If that is the case, we just simply multiply the two denominators. 5 times 7 is equal to 35. Therefore, the LCD of the given fraction is 35. If the denominators are constants and variables, we just put them together and that's already the LCD. Example, 3 over 7 plus 7 over x squared. As we can notice, the denominators are variable and constant. So we just simply put them together. The LCD of the given expressions is 7x squared. Another example, 5 over x minus 2 plus 2x over x minus 3. The denominators are constant and a variable. Put them together. So the LCD of the given expressions is the quantity of x minus 2 times the quantity of x minus 3. And that is how to get the LCD. Let us have R. Remove all grouping symbols if necessary. For A, add or subtract similar terms. But let us have a quick review on how to add and subtract similar terms. Similar terms, these are the terms that contain the same variables and the same degree of exponents. Examples, we have 9x and 12x. Negative 10x cubed and 21x cubed. So as you can notice, the variables are x, for example, number 1, and the variables for example number 2 is we have x cubed. So, those are examples of similar terms. But how to add and subtract similar terms? If two terms are with like signs, use the operation addition and copy the given sign. Let us have this example. 13x plus 15x. As you can notice, both of them are positive. So we just simply add the constants. 13 plus 15 is equal to 28. And just copy the given variable, which is x. So 13x plus 15x is equal to 28x. Another example, negative 23x cubed minus 5x cubed. As we can notice, both of them are negatives and we have similar terms because the variable is x cubed. So, if that is the case, we just simply add them. 23 plus 25 is equal to 28. Just copy x cubed and the final sign is negative because the given sign is negative. If two terms are with unlike signs, use the operation subtraction and copy the sign of the number with larger absolute value. Let us have this one. Negative 13x plus 17x. As we can notice, we have one negative and one positive. So the operation that we are going to use is subtraction. 17 minus 13 is equal to 4. And just copy the variable x. The final answer is positive because 17 is bigger than 13. Another example, negative 23x cubed plus 5x cubed. As we can notice, we have one negative and one positive, so we are going to subtract them. 23 minus 5 is equal to 18, and just copy the variable x cubed. And the final answer is negative because 23 is bigger than 5. And letter M for the CRAM method is we have multiply or divide both sides by the numerical coefficients of the variable. Quick review, in multiplying, positive times positive is equal to positive. Negative times negative is equal to positive. Positive times negative is equal to negative, and negative times positive is equal to negative, which means if we are multiplying or dividing like signs, final answer is positive, and if we are multiplying or dividing unlike signs, the final answer is negative. Okay, let's have example number 1. 1 minus 18 over 2x squared is equal to 0. Example number 1. 1 minus 18 over 2x squared is equal to 0. Example number 1. 1 minus 18 over 2x squared is equal to 0. Following the CRAM method, we are going to clear all the fractions by getting the LCD. Since we only have here one denominator, which is 2x squared, basically, that is the LCD of the entire equation. After that, we are going to multiply the LCD to the entire equation. So we will be having 1 times 2x squared minus 18 over 2x squared times 2x squared is equal to 0 times 2x squared. 1 times 2x squared is simply 2x squared. Negative 18 over 2x squared times 2x squared, we can cancel. So what's left is negative 18. 0 times 2x squared is simply equal to 0. After that, we are going to transpose negative 18 on the other side. From negative 18, it will become positive 18. So we will be having 2x squared is equal to 0 plus 18 is equal to 18. Then, we are going to divide both sides by 2 to remove the constants. So we will be having x squared is equal to 18 divided by 2 is simply equal to 9. Following the appropriate method, in solving the quadratic equations, we can use extracting square root. So we will be having x is equal to positive and negative square root of 9. Then the value of x is the square root of 9 is we have 3. Therefore, the roots of the given equation is x is equal to positive and negative 3. Example number 2. 1 over x minus 2 plus 2 over x plus 2 is equal to 1. Let's, let's say, for example, you are asked to solve the roots of 1 over x minus 2 plus 2 over x plus 2 is equal to 1. Following the CRAM method, we are going to remove all the fractions by getting the LCD. And the LCD of the given equation is we have x minus 2 times x plus 2. After that, we are going to multiply the LCD to the entire equation. So we will be having 1 over x minus 2 times x minus 2 times x plus 2. Then we have here plus 2 over x plus 2 times x minus 2 times x plus 2 is equal to 1 times x minus 2 times x plus 2. We can cancel x minus 2 and x minus 2. So we have 1 times x plus 2 is we have x plus 2. Plus, we can cancel x plus 2 and x plus 2. So we will be having 2 times x minus 2 is equal to 1 times x minus 2 times x plus 2. So we can use the FOIL method for x minus 2 times x plus 2. So for the first terms, we have x times x, which is equal to x squared. For the outside terms, we will be having x times 2. X times 2 is equal to 2x. For the inside terms, we have negative 2 times x, which is equal to negative 2x. And for the last terms, we have negative 2 times 2, which is equal to negative 4. We can cancel 2x and negative 2x. So therefore, x minus 2 times x plus 2 is equal to x squared minus 4. Simplifying further, we will be having x plus 2 plus distribute 2 to x minus 2. 2 times x is we have 2x. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 is equal to x squared minus 4. Then, following the CRAM method, add or subtract similar terms. We have here x and 2x. X plus 2x is equal to 3x. 2 times negative 4 is equal to negative 2. 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. Negative because 4 is bigger than 2 is equal to x squared minus 4. We are going to combine all the terms. Since we have here x squared, which is positive, therefore we are just going to move 3x minus 2 on the right side. So just copy x squared minus 4, positive 3x. When we move it to the right side, it will become negative 3x. Negative 2, when we move it to the right side, it will become positive 2. Then, we have here negative 4 and positive 2. They are unlike signs, so we are going to um, subtract 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. 4 is bigger than 2. That's why we are going to follow negative. So we will be having x squared minus 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. This is now the quadratic equation. Okay. So, transformable to the quadratic equation, we have x squared minus 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. Among the four methods, we can use the quadratic formula. So find the value of a, b, and c. A is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 3, and c is equal to negative 2. Following the formula, x is equal to negative b plus and minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All you have to do is to substitute the given values of a, b, and c. We have negative times the value of b, which is negative 3, plus and minus b squared is we have negative 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 2 all over 2a. So we have 2 times 1. Simplifying further, we have negative times negative 3 is positive 3. Plus and minus, negative 3 squared is equal to positive 9. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Times negative 2 is positive 8. All over 2 times 1 is equal to 2. So we have 3 plus and minus 9 plus 8 is equal to 17 all over 2. Since 17 is not a perfect square, all you have to do is to separate the positive and the negative sign. So the roots are 3 plus square root of 17 all over 2, comma, 3 minus square root of 17 all over 2. Example number 3. X over 3 plus 1 over x is equal to 19 over 12. Let's say, for example, you are asked to find the roots of x over 3 plus 1 over x is equal to 19 over 12. In order to do that, we need to transform this equation to quadratic equation. Following the CRAM method, we are going to remove all the fractions by getting the LCD. We have here 3 and 12. The bigger number is 12, and 12 is divisible by 3. So, we have here 12. And we have here variable x, put them together, so we have the LCD, which is equal to 12x. Next is, we are going to multiply the LCD to the entire equation. We will be having x over 3 times 12x plus 1 over x times 12x is equal to 19 over 12 times 12x. 12 is divisible by 3, which is 4. We have here x times x, which is equal to x squared. Therefore, x over 3 times 12x is we have 4x squared. We can cancel x. 1 times 12 is equal to 12. We can cancel 12. 19 times x is equal to 19x. Since the given equation is not written on the standard form of quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, we are going to arrange it. Move 19x on the left side. We will be having 4x squared. From positive 19x, it will become negative 19x plus 12 is equal to 0. Now that we already transformed the given equation to the quadratic equation, we can use any of the appropriate methods in solving quadratic equations. So, in this given, the appropriate method to use is the quadratic equation. So we are going to get the values of A, B, and C. A is equal to 4, B is equal to negative 19, and C is equal to 12. After getting the values of A, B, and C, substitute it to get the given formula. So we have X is equal to negative B. So we will be having negative times negative 19 plus and minus the square root of negative 19 squared minus 4AC, 4 times A times C, which is equal to 12, all over 2A. So we will be having 2 times 4. Simplifying further, we will be having negative times negative 19 is positive 19, plus and minus. Negative 19 squared is simply negative 19 times negative 19, which is equal to 361. Negative 4 times 4 is equal to negative 16. And negative 16 times 12 is negative 192. All over 2 times 4 is equal to 8. So we will be having 19 plus and minus 361 minus 192 is equal to 169 all over 8. Get the square root of 169, which is equal to 13. So we will be having 19 plus and minus 13 all over 8. We are going to separate the positive and the negative sign. So we will be having 19 plus 13 over 8. And the other one is 19 minus 13 all over 8. 19 plus 13 is equal to 32 over 8. And 32 over 8 is equal to 4. That's the first root. Second root is we have 19 minus 13 is equal to 6. Copy the denominator. 6 and 8 is divisible by 2 over 2. So we will be having 6 divided by 2 is equal to 3, and 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. Therefore, the roots of x plus 3 plus 1 over x equals 19 over 12 are 4 and positive 3/4.
And that ends our tutorial video about solving transformable quadratic equation. Did you learn from me? I just hope so. If your answer is yes, can you solve this?
Can you solve this? 3 over x minus 5 plus 6 over x plus 5 is equal to 1. Just feel free to comment your answer in the comment section. Let's check if you have learned something about this lesson.